I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me.
Yeah, turn that switch on.
Yeah, I was gonna do it earlier.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, what does that switch do?
Oh, it didn't start?
No.
Hey,
There it goes.
there it goes. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Crash and Chug. We got Gino Alfrido here. Did I say your last name right?
It'll pass. I'll let it pass. Yeah. It's with an I, guys. With an I.
So you say it with the E, right? Like Alfrido?
Alfredo.
Alfrido.
Yeah.
Okay.
Italian.
Italian. Nice. I didn't know that.
Part of it.
Nice. Did you ever get your DNA done?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I just know from my grandfather and all his side.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna plan to go ride in Italy one day?
That'd be pretty sick.
I know. I got a boss. Actually, the guy that got me into mountain biking. He actually just retired. He's from Alaska.
Oh yeah.
But he was stationed in Italy for a long time.
Damn.
And he told me all the time he used to ride
Good
the
riding?
Alps. And, yeah.
Nice.
He just said it would be like hour descents, and
Really?
yeah, they would have to take breaks because they're so tired.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been through like Switzerland and like the Alps and stuff, and
Yeah.
I've never ridden it, but it's fucking beautiful.
I
It's
bet.
kind of like Colorado, right?
Yeah.
You're just it's just.
Up there in the mountains.
But it's just like exponentially bigger. It's just like there's no fucking way, man. Like that's huge.
It's like you don't come down, you're still riding on the mountain.
Yeah,
It
it just
takes a while.
It's crazy.
That's
But yeah, so we have Gino here. I met Gino a few years ago.
A few years. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's a fellow mountain biker, also a racer. Been wanting to bring him on the podcast for a while, and it just worked out. But yeah, I just wanted to bring him on to talk about it, like different things. We usually have good conversations, and yeah. So one of the things we'll kind of just get into it was, so how'd you get into riding?
Well, I used to ride BMX, like more street though, not BMX racing or anything like
Right.
that. But just like more freestyle and stuff like that. Built bikes, like man, ever since I was a kid. It was a long time ago, probably like 8 or 9 years old.
Really?
Yeah. So the funny thing is though, I never knew about mountain biking like at all.
Yeah.
It was all just 20-inch BMXers and that's it. Maybe some cruisers or whatever, but other than that, I was just always out on the street pedaling everywhere. Like I was everywhere on my bike.
Nice.
Everywhere. But then I got introduced to mountain biking. Probably it's been now about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, who got me? Ozzy? You know Ozzy?
I know.
Yeah, Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually got a bike and he was out riding on trails and I saw him posted on social media and I was all like, dude, that looks fun. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And he's all like, yeah, get a bike. We'll come ride some trails, this and that. And so I picked up a freaking Walmart Mongoose.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. And we started going riding everywhere. And I didn't even know like about any of the trails, like OP, like
That's
all
what's
LCD,
crazy, and you're
nothing.
like you're from obviously. I mean, you're from here. People that
Yeah.
don't know that, I am too, and I didn't even know about those trails.
I didn't know anything about that. So it was pretty cool, just exploring all the new trails and stuff. And I fell in love. I got addicted so quick, but not into not like the racing side or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That comes like later. But just riding in general, just being outdoors and enjoying it, man. It was good.
Yeah.
Fell in love with it. Yeah.
So, yeah. So riding in general, like when I was a kid, I used to ride. I mean, my fucking first bike I've talked about it before was a fucking ET, like fucking what do they call it? The 3-wheel, the big wheel,
dude.
and it had an e-brake and everything. So I'd be in the street, and
Drifting and stuff.
dude.
Yeah, heck
And that was a
yeah.
while back though. But anyways, like I had a Huffy after that, but it wasn't like I would do stuff in the front yard
Yeah.
because across the street they would throw like material. People were doing
Boards
remodeling,
and
so
stuff,
I would
yeah.
use that. I remember sometimes we didn't know shit, so we would just learn. We'd try to use sheetrock, and that shit would break. That shit would break, dude.
Trying to jump with a sheetrock. No, man. You get hurt like that.
1/2 inch, 3/4, it all breaks. But yeah, and just kind of doing stuff like that in the dead end where I grew up and stuff. And then, I mean, I would ride around the neighborhood and stuff like that, but then you had dogs chasing you and shit, so that was a different thing. But I always enjoyed it as a kid. And then I remember, like, when I was younger, there was a game that came out on, I think it was Nintendo, Excite Bike.
Paperboy?
Excite Bike. I remember Paperboy.
Yeah, Paperboy was good.
Yeah, but Excite Bike was my first intro into like motocross or anything.
Yeah.
But it was just on a video game, so it was just kind of. But I remember thinking in my mind when I was younger, like I could see myself doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was just like that's kind of where it ended.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have the money to buy.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, and then so talking about mountain biking, that was like far fetched. I didn't even know about it, and even if I did, I don't think I could have even afforded to do that. But,
Yeah.
watching like movies like Rad,
Oh,
and
yeah.
BMX and stuff, I would try to do stuff like that. But
Yep. It's one of my favorite movies, man.
Yeah.
I got that thing downloaded on my phone.
Oh, really? Dude, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, dude. Rad
Yeah.
is so good.
Rad is
Never
rad.
gets old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good movie.
So like, well, with riding and stuff, like what did you ride at in San Antonio?
Like BMX?
sessioning, yeah.
Yeah. Man, dude. Actually, it wasn't even only here in San Antonio, but when I would ride local, majority of it was like downtown, like just hitting street spots. We had all these spots we would hit up, getting kicked out of and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I didn't like about BMX. Well, that style of riding. But yeah, we would ride everywhere, every skate park we could find. Man, I've been to like almost every skate park here in Texas, like crazy. Austin, Houston, Dallas, like everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've gone to a lot of places. Me and a lot of friends would just group up and let's go. So, but I've never ridden BMX out of Texas. Oh yeah, actually I did. I took my bike on a trip we did to Disney World, Florida.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I told the wife, I was like, yeah, I'm bringing my bike.
You bunny hop over an alligator?
I brought it, dude, and I hit up some skate parks. They had some nice skate parks there in Orlando. It was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was just all street stuff. I did a little bit of dirt jumps and stuff, but I didn't get too much into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ninth Street's good.
Is that in Austin?
Yeah.
I haven't
Legendary,
been
man.
Is it?
Old school trails. It's crazy.
That's something I wouldn't mind getting into, but I think I would rather transition more to dirt jumping.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably both equally like, you know, you can get hurt equally in either one, but you can in mountain biking as well.
Yeah.
So how was the transition going from from BMX to mountain biking?
Oh man, that honestly, it probably wasn't that bad. Like it felt just normal. Like it was normal. The only thing I had to get used to, well, when I went to like a full suspension, I had to get, you know, the squish and all that, and learning how to pop and use the BMX skills towards that. But I started with a hardtail, so the hardtail was pretty easy to transition to, just the front fork, but it was still rigid to me. Yeah, and
Especially on a mongoose.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it was crazy. But
All your feelings come out.
oh man, dude, that hurt.
No, I meant like your feelings. Yeah.
You said feelings. I know what you meant.
I got you.
Yeah, but no, it was really easy for me. Like, to be honest, something about me on a bike, like I just feel like connected to that bike.
Yeah.
And like I'm like real good, especially like going into mountain biking. Like I'm really good at reading the trail, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I can like, obviously they tell you to look ahead like while you're riding, and I'm really good at just looking and seeing, like knowing what's coming up, even if I've never ridden it. Like it's crazy. I know where to I can play around on, like pop or jump or whatever. Like, so it transitioned really good. It helped me a lot.
Yeah, and that's one thing I think I'm working on. It was not necessarily like looking ahead, because I used to trail run a lot. Cause I fucking hate running on pavement and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I got used to where to put your foot down, because so you don't roll your ankle.
Oh yeah.
So I got into that habit of always
looking down.
Looking down and stuff
yeah.
like that. So when I started mountain biking, that was one thing I stayed doing, was looking down. And sometimes I still I have to consciously look ahead and tell myself to look ahead, because sometimes I catch myself looking at the front wheel, which obviously factors into riding slower, because you're not looking ahead and not anticipating, so you're braking late and stuff like that. But no, and that's a skill as well. I mean, there's so many different facets to mountain biking that I think the average person that rides a mountain bike doesn't really consider, like in the sense of when they have to transition over to like racing.
Yeah.
You know, going faster, you have to.
Oh, yeah.
Everything has to come faster.
Oh yeah.
And if you can't get away to pre-ride wherever you're going, you have to
Yeah.
ride blind.
Oh,
So
I know a little bit about that.
yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, I try to learn from that and try to get out there and pre-ride as much as I can.
That's
now.
what's crazy is like, man, I've been telling like even my teammates lately, like when I ride blind, like I do a lot better.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like now well, it also depends on like the format of the race and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because if you got one shot, one and done, like traditional, then it's like, hey, you probably
Yeah.
want to pre-ride or at least check it out, walk the trail or something. But I kind of don't like to pre-ride. I would more than likely just walk it, just if there's a feature or whatever
Right.
on that trail. But or even just asking somebody like, hey, is there any major feature that I do need to go check out? But if there's not, then all right, I'm just gonna run it. But
Yeah.
because yeah, if it's a one and done, then you got to make that count for sure. So
Yeah. That's one thing I've learned to try to do is I don't know. I mean, I think I've transitioned to mountain biking pretty quickly as well. I didn't ride it all as you know, and when I retired, I bought my hardtail,
Yeah.
and I think riding a hardtail kind of definitely makes you.
it makes you a lot,
Yeah.
a lot better. And I just feel like you got to go through a hardtail, like
Right.
you want to, because it's way different. Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It makes your skills a lot better.
And that's one. I mean, fortunately, I've been able to keep my hardtail, and I almost sold it a few times.
Yeah.
But I'm glad because I still transitioned back to it, and it's just like, damn,
Dude, I know.
I started slacking, on
Yeah.
some of my movements and stuff. But also learning from like yourself, Chuck, even Ron, and a bunch of other people that have known. I think one thing that helped me early on was understanding I didn't know everything, and understanding like, and to a certain extent, like to learn how to be a student,
Yeah,
and just try to
For sure. Oh, dude, I'm still like
adopt
that.
everything.
Like,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't ever like not take anybody's advice or pointers, whatever. I'm for it. Like, hey, if I'm doing something wrong or if there's a different way or better way that's gonna help me, then go ahead and tell me. I mean, criticize it. That's fine.
Right.
I don't take it like as being offended or whatever. Like, a lot of people don't like to get taught though, or like
Yeah.
you tell them something, and I've had it happen to me a lot, but I just like to help people.
Me
Like,
too.
I love it. Like, that's how I am with everybody I know, man. Like, if they need help or if it's something that I see I can help them with, I'm gonna just shoot it, go for
Right.
it, and see how they take it, and if they take it the right way or not. So
Yeah.
I like doing that.
And that's one thing I learned also, and from like the racing scene is that's one thing I hear a lot is, especially like when people ride with us.
Yeah.
And I guess technically, I mean not technically, but we're teammates now too.
Yep.
Crossroads. So shout
Yep.
out to Crossroads.
Oh
downhill.
yeah, shout out Crossroads.
Yeah, and so I haven't had an opportunity to rep them. I mean, I did last year. I'm talking about with this new Gravity Enduro,
Yeah.
Instagram that Travis is like leading and stuff. But with that is I've learned is a lot of people tell us, especially with TDTP racing, like we're always trying to help people. I mean, it's just I think it's just in our nature that what we do. And it sounds like you're the same, but that. A lot of people are surprised because they're coming from either BMX or they're coming from cross country or wherever, and they're just like, "Wow, this is like for you helping me, showing, especially like showing you the lines.
Oh yeah,
like that doesn't happen. That's unheard of.
Yep.
I've heard of stories of BMX riders or racers that people were unhooking their brakes like before the race.
Really?
Yeah, and then like people couldn't brake.
Oh wow,
Yeah, that's
like
how
sabotaging them.
Yeah, sabotaging them.
Wow, dude.
And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that's bad.
That's dangerous,
That's crazy.
man." Yeah, especially in BMX because you're going a lot faster and like the surface you're hitting is not that forgiving.
No, you can damage yourself pretty easy on a BMX track.
And the thing I kind of related to is just like I don't know, like I mean, unless you're starting to get to like World Cup or like it's like a game of I don't know whatever, but you can give like a person all the ingredients to a recipe, and if they don't know how the skills to do it, like it's not gonna like the lines will help them, but if they don't have the skills to like ride at that speed or what have you and get through it, they're not really going to be in of any competition.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't. I don't see the purpose of trying to, and even me, like at this age, it's like all right, like I'm competitive,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like, hey, man, if you're a better rider than me, you're a better rider than me.
Like you're not
you know?
going to put them at like a disadvantage. Or
Right,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to like safety, like, hey, man,
yeah.
watch out for.
You want them to make it down, clean run. Like that's what I tell everybody. Like me, like personally, when it comes to racing, like I don't even think of it as like competition or anything. Like the person I'm competing there is myself. Like that's what I tell everybody. Like, hey, go here, have fun. Because a lot of people, when it comes to racing, that's what they think. They're like, oh man, like nah, it's just gonna like not make me like riding because it's competitive, and now I have to be faster than this other person or whatever. And I tell them, no, like all you're competing is against yourself. Like then you have a goal for next year if you continue it. Like, hey, let me see if I can beat my times from last year or whatever. You know, that's pretty much how I do it. So I just tell everybody, just go out there, have fun, and race against yourself, man, and just try and have a clean run. Because I mean, obviously you don't want to have a crash or anything. So
Right. Yeah, those aren't fun.
yeah, I know you know about that.
Dude, I just changed my name, dude. Like, I mean, it's still like
maybe that was a like jinx or something.
dude, honestly, like the more I've been reading like different books and stuff, and like just different theories of, and you can go back to the Bible, you can talk about these different things, but it's like the manifestation, like what you say will come true.
Oh yeah.
And I used to hear that, but like, yeah, that's probably true, but I didn't really like ever, you know what I mean? There's certain things you say in life, and it's like, but you don't actually like really process them and think of them, or actually, you know, dissect them and take them apart. Like, and maybe there is some truth to that.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm trying to be more mindful of what I say, and so it's like, you know, I appreciate the moniker and the nicknames that I earned, I guess, so to speak. But at the same time, it's like, all right, now that I'm aware of it, I need to change it.
I need to change this.
So I put crash_5.0.
I saw that.
So hey, man, whatever helps, man.
Yeah.
But crashing it on its own is its own thing. However, though, that has taught me a lot about myself and the recovery aspect and how to recover quicker. And not all pain is equal. Like every injury is gonna like.
And that's kind of a good thing because like injuries are gonna happen. Like no matter how safe you are, or whatever. Like dude, you can crash just on an XC trail, like a flat trail, single track, whatever. Like you're gonna crash regardless. So yeah, experiencing that, it does help. Like you now, like you said, you know how to recover and get back on the bike faster. Because I've seen you do it. Like you've been injured and you're like, nah, they told me this long and I made it this long. I'm like, hey, look at this guy.
Yeah, man. I mean, but with that, it's also like the mindset behind it. Because like the first, I've talked to you before on this side, and I think I've talked about it on the podcast. But there's been some injuries where I almost gave up mountain biking.
Oh yeah,
I was just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I was angry because of the mental aspect, like the way you see things and the way you choose to deal with them, because it is a choice, like how you choose to deal with each injury or each situation.
Definitely.
But that's a skill as well. Like if you, I'm not saying you specifically, but if people have the tendency to always look at things negatively, which I am, I'm guilty of that. Yeah. And just the way growing up, just like learn how to prepare for the worst, expect the best, or expect the best, prepare for the worst. So, but recovery and that aspect of it, of course, Sandy's helped me out a lot as well. Yeah. Like, seeing the sheets all bloody and stuff. And like, what happened? Oh, nothing. Man. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. I'm on my period. My bad.
It's that time of the month.
Yeah. So, what is like racing? Like, I know what racing has taught me about myself. Like, what have you learned about yourself through racing?
Oh man. My number one is like just stay humble. Like especially like recently, dude, I've traveled already. I hit up Windsock first in Tennessee. That place humbled me real quick. Like I was like, all right, this is a different kind of riding. I heard. It's downhill, it's steep, it's gnarly, like so sick. Like it's everything I loved, but I was definitely like holding back there for a little bit. I was like,
the pucker effect was real.
Yeah, very. And riding that for the first time really like I said, like it just really humbled me down. Like, all right, now I know I see these people like on YouTube or on TV, and I'm like, God, how the hell are they doing this? But
the GoPro effect is real, man.
It's so real. Like when you get there and see that stuff in real life, it's it's way different.
So what was the? And we'll get into the other ones, but what was the scene like there? Was it like similar to here? Everyone ready to help, or
Honestly,
was it a little bit more competitive?
That race, I was expecting it to be huge, but it was actually really small. Yeah, it was really small. Not many locals there. I was expecting like a whole bunch of locals to be there and stuff, but Texas took over that race. It was crazy. A lot of people came in from Texas, and that was the trail party race. And dude, Texas was all there. It was crazy.
And that's what we talked about this before, like probably on the trail and stuff. And that's something I talked about here is like I think a lot of people sleep on Texas.
Oh yeah, for sure,
because they don't feel like we have the elevation.
Yeah.
And it's just. I remember the Flat Rock race, and there's not a whole lot of elevation there, but there's people from Tennessee, there's people from
some people that came from Arkansas,
New Jersey and stuff.
Oh yeah, even Jersey.
Yeah, they were like we were doing all the way down. It was obviously the last stage, not obviously, but obviously to us. And they were just like, yo, this fucking riding here is so like chunky and like loose. And I'm like, yeah,
it is.
I think that's why we progress a lot easier, quicker here. So, like, the riding style there, I know it was a lot more steep or gnarlier.
Yeah.
Like, what was it a lot more grip, though?
It was way grippy. It was super grippy.
Which is not like here.
Not like here. Less rocks. Like, it wasn't... It had rocks, but, like, more boulders. Like, not... You know how we have, like, the rocks that just shatter and just fly up to you? Like, it wasn't nothing like that. It was like more boulders and like there was just pockets of little like rock in certain places. But that place, Windrock, is pretty raw. Like it has like a lot of roots. It has a lot of switchbacks, like real tight ones. And there's just some that just go straight down. It's crazy. You're like on the brake because if you let go, then you got to be prepared. Like you're instantly going to gain speed. But compared to Texas, like Texas riding, no, it doesn't have like the real loose, dusty rock, stuff like that. Yeah. Nothing like that. It's a lot more grippy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's one thing I noticed too is like when you first start riding, you really don't like take into account for the soil and like the grip and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. But the more like, especially like racing, you start pay attention to more the details of that. Yep. So we went to... Well, the different places I've ridden, like Oregon and like compared to here. Yeah. And like there, it's opposite. When it rains there, it's better to ride in the rain than it is here. Yeah, it's crazy. And here, it's like all the caliche and stuff that gets stuck on the bike. But there, it's different. And then, of course, like now when I go back to like Arkansas and stuff, it's like, it's so manicured. It's like, man, it's so easy to go fast now.
So even that's what I was gonna bring up because you mentioned about the rain and stuff. So when we were riding, did you do Passion Play? Weren't you there?
No. I did.
I know some of the TD2B guys were there.
Yeah, I didn't get to do Passion Play.
So it got some rain, and I wasn't expecting that dirt to be the way it was. So I was kind of like cautious about it. Dude, that dirt was grip. It was like mud but grip. It was weird. I've never ridden nothing like that, and there was this whole line where it was just wet and just went right through it, grip. Like, I was like, dang, this is pretty sick. Yeah, dude. I didn't sink in, nothing. Like, I rode right on it. I remember it just riding, going pretty fast because it was like towards the end of the run. And yeah, dude, I just went right over it, didn't sink. It just stayed like if it got harder when the surface contacted to the tire, like it just like got like packed in and gripped. It was pretty cool.
It wasn't like sloshy or nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
I know we went to Arkansas in June and we went to Eureka's Leatherwood. Yeah, and that's by Passion Play, right? Yeah, it's probably like similar dirt, but that place. The first time I rode it, I was on my Diamondback, and obviously I didn't know what I was. Not necessarily what I was doing, but I was on my Diamondback. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. So like when I went back this time, I mean, I was hitting a lot of the features, and not only that, and one thing I like about Arkansas is that for me, it's like the baseline. Yeah. In the sense of like where I can figure out how much I've progressed or not progressed. Oh, yeah. And the last time I was there, I was pretty surprised, and I'm working on the Leatherwood video right now, for TDTP, but the next day we did Huntley and
Huntley's pretty awesome.
Huntley, and then like the Skills Park, I think.
Kohler?
Yeah, Kohler, I think.
Where all the drops are and stuff?
Yeah, well, we had a drone following us at Huntley.
Okay.
And dude, all
Huntley's
the big,
awesome.
Yeah, you know the
tabletop?
big tables.
Yeah.
I was clearing all of them, dude.
They're pretty big.
Yeah, I did, and I was so excited, man, because I was like, it's just like I've never done this before, but it's just like you got to go or not.
You just got to.
Yeah, so I just went, and
that dirt's really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went there. I can't remember the last trip we went, but it was it was snowing. Yeah, we got there and.
So how was the dirt and the snow?
Dude, it was crazy because it snowed the morning we were gonna go ride, and we're like, oh shit, like, are we gonna be able to go ride? Like, I don't know, like. So then it kind of stopped. It was just like flurries, and we're like, you know what, dude? We came to ride. Like, let's go ride. Yeah. So yeah, we went to Huntley, and dude, it was great. Like, it was perfect. But dropping into that, I just straight went in. Like, of course, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
I went straight in because you could see the drop, that wooden drop right there, like from the parking, and I saw it. I was like, all right, that's pretty chill. So I was like, I'll just do it. And then I start doing the roller, then the table, and then I see the bigger ones. I'm like, holy shit, these are kind of big.
Yeah.
I like cased the first like 2 runs. I was like, damn. Like, all right, you got to just let go and just commit to them, and you'll just start flowing. Like, it's perfect. It's a fun line, and you just come back, session it.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Did you go across the street?
Yeah.
The lines going down?
Yeah.
Did you hit that left berm that goes across the bridge?
I think so.
That thing was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude. That came up on me like, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, because it goes, and there's a long climb back up, right?
Yeah, long climb back up. Yeah.
So that bridge, it was really loose right before
I
it,
bet.
and I just like slid out right there. But I wasn't even going fast. It was just kind of, because there was somebody ahead of me.
Okay.
So I was like brake checking.
Oh, yeah,
so when I went into that turn, it was just like,
traction.
yeah. But yeah, man, it's so anyways, but going back to like the progression idea of it, and yeah, and then I know that racing contributed to that, you know, because you have to take things faster, you have to learn, and obviously like learning from others as well, during that process is definitely, and then you're able to apply to like race speed and all those things.
Yeah.
But so you did Windrock, you went to
Windrock, and then I did. Jesus.
How did you do Windrock, by the way?
Oh, Windrock. That was my first time podiuming first.
Nice.
I didn't count it though.
Why is that?
Because there was only 3 people in my category. So I was
It's like me with
like everybody was
yeah.
telling me to like no, take the win, like, you know, be stoked about it. And I kind of was, but it was just a bittersweet moment. I was like, nah, I want more. Like, if it's gonna be a first place, I have to at least compete against some people,
Right?
And no, like, offense to the guys, but like, I don't know, like, dude, my time was pretty far off from them, and I was just like,
Did you compare it to like other like races that were there?
well, the
like
other 2 guys,
which is, I mean, you can't really do
that's
it.
why, yeah. And then I was like gonna look back at last year's results, but supposedly last year, like, they were in a mudslide, like they were literally sliding down, like it rained hard. So I was like, nah, I can't do that. I was like, I'll just take it. But so then we went to Colorado. This was just like a team trip, and no race or anything, but not knowing they had nationals that following week. If I would have known, I was like, man, I would have planned it for that, because that would have been cool. But so we went to Trestle, and that park, amazing. I
heard, man, I had the opportunity, but life had other plans.
It's all good. You'll make it there, man. You got to. It's an awesome park. Like, I fell in love with that place. It has everything. It has like, even the green lines like were fun. It was so good. Windrock had a fun green line also, but Trestle was like, it's just like, it's a bike park. Like, it's a legit bike park. They have the nice jump line, the technical stuff, their downhill lines. Like, I fell in love with Trestle. Downhill was my favorite, and then I find out that's what they're racing. I was like, dang, like, dude, I went in that thing blind, like straight blind, and just killed it. Like, I was flying through there.
Yeah,
and I'm not like super fast,
I see some of your
but
videos.
I was going pretty damn fast for being like just blind. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. So Trestle was really good. I really like Trestle a lot. I am going back for sure. And then we rode just here local, and we went back to Pajarito, New Mexico. That place was super raw, like just straight raw. And at that one, we basically just went for the weekend. Like, drove out there, stayed the night. Next day was the race, rode it blind, and then came back home. Like, so it was crazy. And at that one, I placed first also.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was like, wow. And I think there was 16 or 17 people that time. So I was like, all right, I'll take this win.
Nice.
Especially for not riding it and stuff. That place was
So you rode it all blind?
all blind. No pre-riding, nothing. I just rode it blind, and I rode with some buddies, and I was kind of following them down. And because they had pre-rode the day before. So I was just like, they were my rabbit, basically. And I was just going, and yeah, dude, it was sick. That place was like straight raw, hand cut trails on a mountain. Like, oh man, so good, so damn good.
I can't wait to do those.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be going to Angel Fire later this year.
Yeah,
And then I don't know if we're gonna
y'all are going September.
September-ish.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did Angel Fire also.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. What'd you think about Angel Fire?
Man, so after Paja, we were there at Paja. We were like talking about it, and we're like, hey, you know what? Like, we're in New Mexico. Angel Fire is 45 minutes away or something. Well, we thought it was. It was like 2 hours, but we're like,
The person that probably said it probably fucking knew.
Yeah,
like
dude. So I was like,
minutes.
what? 45 minutes? It turned to 2 hours? I was like, no shit.
I'm right there.
So we're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Like, I'm down. Let's go. So we went. We drove up to Angel Fire, man. And damn, Angel Fire, like the little taste. So it got rained out. We had like a major storm. It was a flash flood there. But we got there early enough to get in, I want to say 3, almost 4 runs. But the runs that I did, I liked them a lot. They were real cool.
Which ones did you do? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It's like Boulder Dash.
Boulder Dash we did. That was a really fun line.
Yeah.
Real flowy, like real flowy.
Big ass berms.
Yeah, dude, just swooshing berms. Like, and you can just let go. Those berms just grab you. Like, it was good. Unless just that day, because I think it had rained the day before also. So, but we did that. We did a little bit of Candyland. We did that wooden, like the boner log or whatever. Dude, I cased all those jumps. I ain't gonna lie.
Dude,
those jumps are pretty big.
Jumps, dude.
But I was just tired. Like, no, not trying to make an excuse, but I was tired. I was beat from the race before, so I was pretty beat. And I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna get hurt. Like,
plus the drive. Yeah, and then you probably weren't.
I didn't want to be even worse for the drive home because I drove most of the way back home because I suck at letting people drive for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I get anxiety and shit behind like.
Like, I mean, no, I know what you mean because there are some people that just can't fucking drive.
Yeah,
you know? And then if you don't know how,
shout out Chrissy, that's you.
And if you don't, shots fired.
I'm just kidding.
She's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a thing for me also. But I don't know. Yeah, it's especially on a long drive.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know. I can't sleep on airplanes.
Yeah.
Just because not that I can fucking do anything anyways. If it goes down, it goes down. But it's just like, I don't know. I just want to be awake for it. But then,
I don't know, dude. Like, I just like to drive though. But I know like there's a limit to that shit, and I can't stop. Like, dude, fucking give me Red Bulls or any fucking C4 or something, and I'll just drink them and jamming out. Dude, I'll be singing all the way back home. Like, I'm a fucking singer in the truck. Yeah,
there you go.
But
what kind of music do you sing to?
Oh, dude, anything,
anything,
whatever, dude. My playlist is back and forth, dude. It's crazy. But yeah, dude, I just like to drive, so that's like another problem I have. Like, I don't. It's not that like I don't want nobody to help me. It's just like, hey, if I'm good, I'm good. Like, I'd rather be driving and just enjoying the view, like the road back and stuff. So,
well, driving for me also, it's like, I mean, not to like overuse this word too much, but it's therapeutic.
Yeah,
just because I'm just driving and I'm just
I
processing
was about to
stuff.
say that. Yeah, man. Like, and then like the trip, you just got all that in your mind. It just builds up, and it's like, man, this is a cool ass weekend. Or you're just driving back, enjoying it, man. Like soaking it all up.
Exactly. I know when we went to Colorado recently, And we were talking about this before the podcast, like just how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
Like it's how green and how lush, and it's just like
crazy.
It looks so fucking fake.
Yeah.
And but with that, it's also like I was talking to Jonathan, and I was kind of quiet that trip, really what it was, I was just like taking it in, you know, and just like, is this real? You know, it's just kind of like you know, waiting for it something to happen or whatever. But I was just explaining how like I really don't start to like really appreciate it until like weeks after, you know, because it's like so much to take in, so much good stuff that you're like processing, and it's like, man, this is amazing, that I don't start to really appreciate it until after I leave.
Is it like when you come back here, like to reality? Or
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's just maybe it's the contrast of like, hey,
it's like, dude,
it's brown
where
here.
are those mountains at?
Yeah, it's that, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just I think it's also like seeing that the way people live out there.
Yeah.
And then like, especially when I was we're going around Breckenridge, was a big ski resort. Yeah. I've never been to Breckenridge before. I've been to Colorado before. I've been to
missed that.
Huh?
We missed Breckenridge. I wanted to go.
It's not going anywhere, dude.
And we'll go back for it.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like seeing how everyone lives there, and it was just like they almost live in a bubble.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if like some of these people have never left here. It's kind of like here in San Antonio, right? People never leave.
Pretty sure.
They don't know what it is outside the city.
All they know is the mountain life and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's people there
right.
like that.
So it was just kind of like, I was just kind of taking that in, and I had to take my wheel in because I broke a spoke on it, which sucked. But it ended up working out because I couldn't ride anymore after that one ride. But that one ride, dude, was... And it was just a local trail.
Yeah, dude.
It wasn't
even
even...
amazing.
Dude.
When I saw that, I got so jealous. I was like...
Dude, you just did Baja, too.
I know, but I was like...
I know.
Dude, I really wanted to go to Brecken because I heard it was good. Like, just nice riding.
And then just the town over, it's they have... I didn't even get to do it. I got to see it a couple of times, but... what was the name of that town? But there's a big dirt jump park there that it's like... I don't want to say world renowned, but at least United States renowned.
We went to one in...
Red? No.
Dang it. I forgot the name of the one we went to.
Either way, but it was like there was all these opportunities for riding there. And this one trail that we did, we just rode from the cabin that we were staying in.
Oh, sorry. It just came up. Frisco?
Yeah, we went there. Y'all went there?
Yeah.
You did? Man,
Frisco was cool.
Did you do all the dirt jumps out there?
Yeah, not more because they're like, I mean, you could do them on a big bike, but I was like, nah, I'll destroy these jumps sketchy. And stuff too. Like, you know, they put in a lot of work there. The guy had opened it up for us when we got there because it had rained. And he was like, oh, you know, we got to wait a little bit or whatever, let it dry up. But he like, nah, you know what, guys? Like, we told him where we came from and stuff. So he was cool. And he's like, well, I'll open up these lines for y'all so y'all can sesh those. And once these dried in, y'all should be good. Sweet. So, yeah, we started sessioning. And at the top, there's like multiple lines that come down, and there's like this skinny wood feature. You're riding through the like in the trees. Right. It's pretty sick. And then you come off, and it's a drop, and then there's this big step up and another one, and that's one line, and there's another drop and some other small stuff up there. But it's cool. They even have a slalom track.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but we didn't get to ride that because they were actually like working on it, maintenance and stuff. So we didn't get to ride it, but it looked pretty sick. That place was cool. Yeah. And it's free, dude. A public park. Like, I know. And dude, this is so cool.
So when I see things like that, I kind of envision that for like that San Antonio could be that. Yep. And we'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Breckenridge, that one trail we did, I forgot the name of it. It's on the video. But there was one part we ended up riding down because there was like, we're riding alongside like a stream that was coming down from the mountain, you know. It was just like, oh man, that's pretty cool, you know. And there was like waterfalls and stuff. Dude. And then we end up where this stream like kind of, I don't know if it's just a lot of water, or that's the way it always is. But it was, we rode down this, we had to because there's nowhere else down the trail.
Through it?
Yeah, for like maybe, I don't know, like half a mile or maybe a mile or so. It was just like you know, back and forth and stuff. Yeah. It was so cool. And then we did it twice because Jonathan's wife, she had to go back. She wasn't feeling well.
Okay.
So we're like, we'll ride ahead. We'll see how much more we got to do or whatever, what features are coming up. Yeah. And then we'll come back. So we rode it down, me and Jeremy, and then we rode back up, and then because Jonathan ended up going back with
With
AJ, yeah.
Okay.
And then Sandy came down. She was killing it too, dude. Dude climbs and everything, dude. She's come a long way,
hell
dude.
Yeah.
And so she got to ride down, and I'm always a little worried, just because, but especially if it's wet.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, she came down and she was like, "That was fun."
So
I was like,
you.
"It was fun. It was fun." But
She's like, I got this.
yeah. And then we rode that all the way into Frisco, and we
Dang.
at the bike park, and we Jonathan and Jeremy left the truck there, so we
Yeah.
just put the bikes on the truck. Like they went in the morning, dropped off the truck. And then we rode all the way to the truck, and then
Nice.
put him on the bike, and then
Oh, yeah.
and then Jonathan ended up coming down by himself. So we had
Really?
to like find him and stuff. So that was a
Oh, shit.
dude. And you know what was crazy? Two things I'd never seen before in my life. One, a bear in the wild.
Really?
Right? But it wasn't when we're riding. We're like just driving, and it was like, hey, that cow.
Oh man, still, dude.
but
I
yeah,
was
we
like,
seen like
had
this,
my eyes filled for one.
yeah. There was this big field like in the pasture, and I was like,
Yeah.
that fucking cow looks like he's walking funny. It was a bear, dude, and then Sandy said it was a baby cub. I don't know, she might be lying, but there was a cub behind it. And then when we're leaving, we were driving, trying to find parking because when you're riding, you can't get back to the
Yeah.
place you're at when in a car.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out like how to get there, and we're coming across. We're just driving down this road, right? And we see this a lady walking alongside the road along these hedges,
Okay.
or the hedges were this way, and she was walking alongside them.
Mhm.
And we're just driving.
Yeah.
As soon as we pass these hedges,
Oh,
we see a fucking moose.
No
a
shit.
big moose, dude. Like, I'm not saying that they're little, but it was big.
And that lady's just walking.
It was tracking her.
What?
Yeah, and it was like walking, and when it saw the truck, because it would have timed her perfectly, she would
Oh,
have knocked the fuck out of her.
dude.
But when she was like walking,
Yeah.
when the truck came out, we had even seen a guy with a baby with the baby in the stroller, like looking. We're like, what is he looking at?
Yeah.
And then as soon as we cleared these hedges or this like tree line,
Yeah.
we
That
saw
was
the
it.
moose charging, dude.
Oh,
and
shit.
it saw the truck, it like stopped, and then it
Wow.
fucking turned around and took off.
Holy
So we
shit.
may have, and she was oblivious to it. I mean, why would you expect? It was in
Yeah.
a neighborhood.
That's crazy.
So yeah, dude, we might have
Wow.
saved her life
Hell
unintentionally.
yeah.
Yeah,
That lady got lucky.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, those things are huge, man.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
you were speaking of trail building.
Yeah.
Firstly, did you get? So you did Pajarito, you did Angel Fire. Was there anything else at Angel Fire that you saw that was just like?
No, like I said, we got rained out pretty quick, and dude, like flooded out.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
kind of good because they've been having a lot of fires, not just in New Mexico,
dude,
and Colorado.
all on
so-
the way back. Like, there's like that one road that goes in and out, and then there's a back road that we took, and just coming out of there, like I was tripping out. I was like looking at the trees, and I'm like, why is the bottom like orange and the top is black, dude? They were all burned.
Yeah.
Like I was like, holy shit! And I look up to the mountain and like everything, you could see what was burned and the good and burning. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I mean, big, like a whole field, like it was crazy.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I don't know if it was this trip or one of the trips to Colorado or New Mexico. Either way, when I was going to Oregon,
Yeah.
there was just like, it looked like miles of just burnt
Yeah,
fucking
dude. That's
trees
exactly
and
how
woods
it
and
was.
stuff.
It was crazy. I've never seen nothing like that.
And you can
before.
like smell it and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it was all
Yeah.
charred. But like trail building, like one of the things like going back to racing is one of the things you learn how to appreciate is trail building and like,
Oh, yeah.
learning like and how not to break in certain
Yep.
spots and stuff because you're like, trail erosion and all these different things.
Heck yeah.
So one of the things, when I had Brenda on last year, Brenda from Storm, for those that don't know, that was my attempt to try to understand, like, all right, well, I've worked in government before. I understand what a bureaucracy is. I understand. And it usually has a negative connotation to it, but really what it is just like a lot of checks and balances to make sure that all the parties that need to be aware of whatever is going on whatever the project is or program or what have you, is that way nothing's being done illegally, nothing's being done like the wrong way, and safety's being like, there's all these checks, right? So
Yeah.
people just don't go off doing some crazy shit. And then on top of that, Texas is privatized, all the land's privatized.
Everything.
Yeah, so going back to trail building, when I first started like riding here, and I remember working on trails and trying to help out and stuff like that, and it was just like this. confusion or just lack of, I don't want to say lack of awareness because I didn't know either. And I was just like, well, why is it so hard to build trails here? Why is like, what's the process or what have you? And not understanding that, that's why I had her on. I was like, I want to understand. I think you and I had conversations about that. But yeah, so going to places like Frisco, going to places like Angel Fire, well, granted, we don't have a fucking mountain, but it's like, why can't we have that here? Like
even in New Mexico, that Friday I got in there, we went to a public jump, like a
bike park.
Bike park.
Or like a
It had it all. It had trails, a loop. It had a bike park, like a free ride park, everything. Yeah. So.
And then when I was in New Mexico, when I was coming back from Oregon, I stayed with Sam in Albuquerque, and they had a jump park there as well, and it was all locally maintained, and like people had ownership of it.
Yep.
I don't know. I would really want that for here, and I think that's one of the things that when we're talking to Epic and stuff like that, or David, I've had him on also, and we've had sidebar conversations, but it's trying to get that awareness out here and try to get everyone moving in the right direction despite the history, what have you. But I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of opportunity here in the sense of like using the elevation that we have. Mm-hmm. Have you been to Eisenhower?
Oh, yeah.
How is it out there?
It's super technical.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it like Camp Eagle kind of?
It's like Camp Eagle.
Nice.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of Camp Eagle. Some flow also. Actually, I went out there and I cleaned up all the lines just on my own. Just, hey, what the hell? If someone's gonna tell me something, I'm just cleaning. I'm not digging.
Yeah.
But man, they needed some loving, so I went and I cleaned them up, and they were riding pretty damn good for a while. It's a lot of rock, like, so rock's just always falling and stuff. So
right, and then the animals tracking across and stuff. Yeah, like
you
that.
got a lot of trails from like wild trails and stuff. So. But that place it's really good for like training, like especially here in Texas or in San Antonio, because I mean we don't have nothing here, so it's really good for training.
I'm trying to think like if I've been to Eisenhower or not.
Yeah,
is that one place that we went to that one time?
I don't know if we went. Yeah, I think we did.
It was cold. Me, you, Gilbert, Sandy.
Yeah.
That was
we
Eisenhower.
Did go. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I love that place.
Yeah, man, it's
nice.
good. It's really good.
Yeah, that is pretty tough. It is like Camp Eagle. Yeah. So going back to sorry, I'm gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
Break.
Yeah. All right, and we're back. Had a nature called. Plus, I had the stove on.
That's not good.
Yeah. Well, it happens. So bikes. Your first bike was a Mongoose, right?
Yep.
My first bike that I rode with, I don't even know what kind of bike it was in Germany. I got to ride there a few times. I think I talked to you about that before, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, you had a little bit more of a background with bikes and stuff, but your next bike was a
Hardtail Trek.
Roscoe.
That was actually that was one of my favorite hardtails. It's a pretty damn good bike.
What was the suspension in the front?
It was a 140 fork or something like that. 130 or 140. Just a trail bike.
I'm thinking about changing mine back to a 140 instead of 130 right now. But it's only 10 mils, but still.
It'll make a difference, though.
Yeah. That's what I used to have it at. Yeah. I should put 160.
Oh, shit. Right down, dude.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing a wheelie every time I'm trying to climb. So I'm curious because, Seth Bike Hacks, right? He just switched, got away from the sponsorship with Diamondback, right? And I thought about you because same color, what he got. Same color and everything, dude.
You don't know how many people sent me that link.
Really?
I was like, I already seen it.
Quit sending me shit.
Cry emoji. I was like, damn.
So you ride a specialized Enduro right now. Yeah. What's the difference? Like, what are your pros and cons between those two bikes that you could?
Damn. Put me on the spot.
Well, I mean,
dude. I really miss my Revel a lot, and the guy sold it too. So we kind of talk on Instagram a little bit. He hasn't. He's still shredding it. Like he's a good rider, and I see it. I'm like, damn, I missed this
Yeah.
bike, right? So the plan was like I got rid of it. Obviously, biking's expensive. Like I can't afford to have, especially two full suspension, like top end.
Oh, I
bikes,
get it. Yeah.
like crazy. So I made the decision finally. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sell the bike and build me a race bike because I had got into racing. So I was like, and don't get me wrong, that Revel was really good in racing. I did a few races in that bike, and man, that bike eats. Like it was good. And,
what was the travel on that? Because
it was a 170 front and 165 rear.
And it was the
Enduro.
Revel
Rail. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like their Enduro 27.5 bike, and they just came out with the Rail 29. It's just sick.
And can you do a mullet on that? The new one?
That one you can't. So that was kind of a drawback for me. Like that's why, because I almost was gonna go for that bike. Like I waited for a while. A lot of people were waiting for it, and they knew it was coming. But once they came out, I emailed them, and they said it wasn't compatible for that. So I was like, ah, man, like, because I do like mullet. Just I like having that big front wheel in the front and rolling over, and
I still
the
haven't,
back.
yeah.
I like to play on the bike, no matter how big it is or travel, whatever. Like you can make any bike playful, like especially mullet. So, yeah, man, I got I sold the rail, and I bought me an Enduro. Bought it from the frame only. Then I built it up. Basically, I bought the fork. I went with the Zeb Ultimate. Kept it 170. I was gonna go 180, but I kept it 170. Then just pretty much pieced everything else together, and that bike, I fell in love with it. Like when I first rode it, and it was just like local. I think the first ride I did with it, no, it was in Austin. We had like a little Austin weekend. Well, not even a weekend, just a day trip, and they had this group ride going on, and dude, it was a lot of pedaling though. Like I wasn't expecting like a lot of pedaling, but then when it was like some downs, like that bike opened up. So I was like, holy shit! Like I felt the difference automatically, and it's a really good climbing bike. Like climbs really good, that bike, even in mullet. Like it's a really good climber. But comparing from that one and the Revel, man, honestly, I got to give the Revel, like climbing, that bike can climb. Like,
does the Revel have the DW Link suspension? Or?
It has a CBF suspension.
CBF?
Yeah, so it's I think they licensed it from Canfield Brothers. And dude, when I saw that, actually Chuck introduced me to that bike, and I had seen it before, but I didn't really look into it. And then he sent me a link for it, so I dug more into it, and I was like reading everything, and even the company was great.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think
company's
Revel's
really great.
Canfield's brother. They split up.
Yeah,
Not
they
like
did.
split up like
They do their own thing.
suspension and one
yeah.
was focused on
Bikes and stuff. Yeah, I read more into it, so I really like the company. Their warranty, like it's like a no questions, no like ask. They just swap it if something.
Revel was like that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But honestly, so with the Specialized, I got the 21 model. It was just a comp, but so on that bike, I learned later on that the headset cups on them crack. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's a defective thing that Specialized had on the frames or whatever. But I mean, at first I was kind of worried about it, but I heard that Specialized warranty was real good also. So that time had came where I checked the headset, and sure enough, it was like a hairline crack. But I was like, you know what? I had races coming up. I was like, should I just swap it now? Like, see if I can get it warrantied out or whatever. So, yeah, I went to Bicycle Heaven. Because obviously you have to go to like a dealer and stuff.
Is that what you bought it from?
No, I actually bought it from West End Bikes in Houston. Oh,
Okay.
dude, that's another story. So I'll tell you that real quick. When I sold my Revel, I offered to drive up to Dallas, Fort Worth area. Dropped the bike
I remember you
off.
talking about that.
Yeah, so I dropped the bike off, came back home. So this was after work. Long day of work. Got out of work. Right after work, went straight up to Dallas. Came back, like, I got there like at 8 or 9, and then I drove back. Dude, I got home like at 1 or 2 in the morning. Next day, I like slept for a few hours, woke up like at 6, and I drove to Houston to go pick up the frame from West End Bikes. Yeah,
Damn.
and then drove back home. So I was like, dude, just in those couple of days, not even like nights, it was bad. Like it was the worst thing I ever did.
But you got it taken care of. Though.
Yeah, I guess I was more like worried. I didn't want them to sell that frame because I had called them like a week before that, and they had the frame, but I was like, oh man, they might sell it or whatever. So I jumped on it as quick as I could.
And that's right at the height of like all the shortages.
Yeah,
and
man.
Right?
Yeah, like bikes were just going off the shelves. So I was like, damn, I need to go get it. So yeah, I got it and built it up, rode it, and then that thing happened with the headset. So back to that, I went into Bicycle Heaven, checked it out real quick. It's like, all right, sent an email, and dude, he heard back like the next day. And the good thing about Specialized, like what I thought was really cool, was that they upgrade you on the bike. So I had a comp model, and they upgraded me to an S-Works. Shock and all, like with an upgraded shock, the X2, like the newest one, it was a 22 model. I was like, dude, this is pretty sick. But I was kind of worried because they don't let you choose a color, especially now. Just depends on what's available. Well, there was this color that I had already seen that I wanted, and I was like, dang, I wish it's that. I hope it's that one. And because if it was something else, I probably would end up selling the frame. And sure enough, so he sends me an email. He's all like, hey, man, they have this one available. He sends me the picture. I see the picture. I'm like, dude, I want it. Like, that's the exact one I wanted. So, yeah, they got that frame in 2-3 days, like, quick. Damn. I was like, I wasn't even off the bike long. I was like, that's pretty sick. So I can give Specialized a big shout out for their warranty. Like, really good. But
so they comp you. Like, so when you crack the heads, the frame, or because that was defective,
defect.
They give you, they replaced it, but then they offered you an upgrade to an S-Works because of it.
They automatically do. It's just depending on availability, but that's what they usually do. If they have it, that's what they'll upgrade you to.
What's the difference between the model that you initially had in the S-Works?
Nothing.
Right?
The only thing that's different
right?
is now. Oh, yeah, the component, like the shock is different, and the main linkage on the top, it's carbon on the S-Works. So the other one is just aluminum.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only difference. Same like geometry, everything else is the same. It has all the same stuff except for the shock. If you get it with the shock. Yeah,
that's one thing I didn't realize when I first started mountain biking. Like, I didn't understand was like these different frames. Like, I was like, well, why does that one cost more? And like, what's the difference?
But some bikes that are, I think Santa Cruz, like they have like the carbon, the C, and then a CC, I think. So I think they have like a different layout or weave on it. So I don't know if it's like lighter or stronger.
Right.
I don't know about that, but
like just the way the carbon fiber
laid out.
Like, laid out.
Yeah.
So. I know for me it was a toss up, and it was during. I think we got our bikes around the same time, but it was around that demand time. And one of the bikes I was looking at was Gorilla Gravity. Yeah. I think it was I don't know, it was a Trail Pistol or the one above that one.
Yeah, I looked at those, man. It's
a
good bike.
What I liked about it was they encourage you to hack the bike.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one thing I liked about it. And then, of course, me with all the crashing and shit I was doing. I don't know. I like the warranty with that.
Yeah.
But it just the way it worked out, and I'm kind of glad it worked out. And granted, I don't know any better. I didn't ride any of those other bikes, and that was another thing that sucked, that I didn't get to demo any of them.
Yeah, I know.
I just went off of.
I wish I could have demoed some bikes also.
Yeah, I just went off of Sean's recommendation, and I initially was going to get the Switchblade, but they were like, "No, you should probably get the Firebird." And I was like, "Man, that's too much bike." They're like, "Now with the shit you do, you should probably." I was like, "All right,
you made the right choice."
Yeah, and I mean, I love that bike so far. It climbs. I mean, again, I can't say this, like, truly say this because I haven't ridden every bike, but it climbs very well. Like, even so much so that it feels like it climbs better than my hardtail, which is strange. It's a strange thing to say because hardtails, you get more, there's that more flex.
Yeah, that traction on the rear.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I'm still have plans for it, but money, obviously, like we talked about earlier, that factors into it. I want to try to get the GX. It's not AXS, Axis, GX Axis, because that's more
what
affordable.
I got on it. It's so I've had people like message me on that, like to see like how, if I would recommend it, or what's the differences and stuff. Usually I say like it's worth it. I just recently started having trouble with mine, but I've had mine since it's come out, like, so it's been over a year already.
When you
like,
say
so it's like it's not all the time. It's kind of weird. I think it's like the mechanics in there, like the motor inside. Like sometimes it won't shift like properly. But I took it to Crossroads also, and Sean like checked it out. Supposedly there's like an arm that's loose on it or something. So I don't know. He's gonna try and warranty it out for me, because supposedly you can warrant, like they have a warranty.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's pricey. It should have a warranty, but But other than that, dude, it's flawless. Like that thing is pretty awesome. Like when I first put it on and raced it, I banged it up. Like it has like a crash release. Like if you hit it, like it'll go in, and instead of braking or anything, it just pushes in and it pops back out on its own.
Yeah,
like, it's pretty
that's
cool.
one of the things I like about it. I remember one of the features. And do you have any problems with, like, obviously now you would probably say it, but I know recently, like going back to Seth Bike Hacks, did you see that thing when he did with his
the battery?
Oh yeah, but that's a seat post. Yeah, it's not the same thing. I'm an idiot. So going back to that, like the spider crash where everything was just gone.
Yeah.
Which now I wear elbow pads now. Dude, I was fucking hauling ass too, dude. I was flying. I came off that wall, dude. I was. Anyways, different story. I bent my rear derailleur like a little bit in, and it was a bitch. I took it into Crossroads and threw it up in the stand. I was trying to like get the indexing done, and it was just like it was all fucked up. It took a while. Sean had to put his magic on there, and it got it back. So I'm like, I need to buy a new derailleur pretty soon. Okay, so it's like that's one of the things I'm looking at, was getting that. And how long have you had it before it started having problems?
Oh, dude, this just recently started happening. Like maybe, I want to say like last month. I want to say just like last month. Yeah.
Is that like a common problem that is?
No, I've never heard of that. Then again, like the way I ride, so I don't know if that has to do with it or what. It's not like banged up a lot though. Like it's taking some hits, but it's not to like where it's destroyed or anything like that. It's pretty tough, man, for being what it is. And you figure like electronic shit like breaks quick, but no, dude. And even like battery life, like dude, I hardly charge the thing. Like a lot of people are worried about that, and I'm like, dude, I don't even charge it that much. Like even if I'm gonna pedal, like it'll last me.
I heard like it's like a month or longer.
Yeah, I don't even really know how long it lasts, because like I'll put it on the charger, but like just because it's there, like, or just being prepared like for something or whatever, a race, or I have a ride coming up or whatever, I'll just throw it on the charger like overnight just to have it charged. But dude, I'll check it, like you have an app on your phone or whatever, and it'll tell you the battery life, and I see it, I'm like, oh, I didn't even need a charge. Like it's still almost fully charged. Like what the hell? So I don't know. I've never like ran it all the way down.
Is there like certain things that they tell you, like don't run it all the way down or charge it full charge? Or
no, I don't know. I didn't read the brochure though.
Yeah, that's my problem, dude.
I just put it on, dude.
I don't read the fucking directions.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it. Let's put it on. Let's go. It has a little charger, right?
We'll figure it out on the way.
Yeah, but now like, so I did notice it a couple of times, like when I would be maintenance on the bike, like tuning it up and stuff. I have it on the bike stand, and I noticed the battery was dying because it was red. But it was still shifting and everything. It doesn't like, I didn't feel like it was shifting slower or anything either. So that was kind of weird. I don't know. I guess it doesn't take like juice away from it. Right. It still was shifting right and everything. I just put it back on the charger, and like I said, overnight, and put it back on, go ride. Not worry about it for another freaking month or two, whatever. Like it's crazy. So I would say it's a good investment. Just if you want a cleaner cockpit, obviously you want one less wire to worry about, stuff like that. It's really easy to just slap on, put it together, and sometimes you hardly even have to dial it in. Like it comes pretty set, but real micro adjustments, it has like micro adjustments you can do on the fly. Like it's sick. Like you'll be riding, if you have one gear that's just out of whack, you can just fix it on the fly while you're riding. Like it's easy. Wow. Yeah, with the remote. So It's pretty cool, man. It's good technology, I think. So I would recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
How you liking those Hope brakes after a while?
The whole break's been pretty damn good. They were smoking up at Pajarito.
I think a lot of brakes would, though.
Yeah, dude. And that was just coming down the Jeep road, like the fire road.
Yeah.
That thing was fast. I was like flying down to the next stage and I just smell. I was like, holy shit, like my brakes are on fire. Now I got to go down this steep ass technical trail. So I was like, I chilled for a bit and watered them up. I was like, damn, I need these to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now they've been really good. Dude, no maintenance on them. Like, just bled them once. I bled them twice because I replaced. What did I replace on the rear? I don't know what I replaced. I think I had got the rotors or something. No, I had to change something on there. Oh, it's when I got the new frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So obviously you had to take it out through the internal routing. So I had to just bleed the rear brake, and I've changed pads. That's it.
How was the bleeding on those?
It's easy. It's pretty much like I think it's like Shimano or something.
Oh, okay.
Like real easy. Yeah, easy setup.
When I was in that school, we ended up doing Dominion brakes.
Okay.
That's
Was it bad?
It's not bad. It's just tedious.
Yeah.
Like you have to bleed the top, and then there's like these other additional steps where you have to like put it on a different part of the caliper, and
Oh,
you
really?
got to bleed it at different points.
And
of
that's
the
for
caliper.
a 4-piston?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Dominion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 4-piston
Yeah, I think they come 4-piston.
because they were on Santa
I think
Cruz.
Sam has those. Does he have
He-
the Dominions? Or the Haze?
He has Hayes.
Hayes.
Well, they are. It's the same.
It's
company.
the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah. So those were kind of a pain. Like I know we talked about this before, and of course, like brakes are, it's subjected to everyone.
Yeah.
Like they like them or they don't. But I like the Maguras myself. I mean, granted, they were the right price at the time.
Yeah.
But they are grabby.
Yeah.
I remember one time at well, that was before with the stock pads that it came with. They're like real grabby.
Okay.
But I just swapped over to sintered,
sintered.
brakes,
Yeah.
and there's like I think they were like disco brake pads.
That's
just
what I
'cause-
do in mine.
And yeah, it took a while for them to, like, maybe because I didn't when you take brake pads off, do you wipe them with alcohol first?
I've actually like cleaned them, sand them. Have you seen that process?
When they're brand new?
Yeah, like just for the break-in process.
Right.
Yeah, but usually I'll just go in and do like a quick ride or even up and down the street, and like it's kind of like with car brakes, like
Right.
when you change the brakes on the car. That's what I do on the bike when I put them on.
But yeah, and I've done that before. I've not bled in. I've
Like bedded them in.
bedded them in
Yeah.
other brakes, but with this specific compound, it was giving me issues. And it may have been the rotor because I swapped out the rear rotor
Okay.
and the brake pads at the same time, and maybe this is something I haven't checked up on, and maybe but do the rotors come with like a light film of oil on there so they don't rust like from out of the
think
package?
sometimes they do.
I
Yeah,
think-
I
I
would
think that's what
definitely
happened.
clean the rotors.
I think that's what happened because
Especially were they like in plastic or anything, like a package like that?
yeah,
I
it
would
was,
clean 'em.
and I didn't do that. I just
Yeah.
threw them on. Not
So you
thinking-
might have contaminated the pads a little.
So
So
that's-
with that, you can probably save them, and like I said, do that sanding technique and stuff.
Yeah.
That cleans them up. I usually even like when they're worn and stuff, because you'll get like little like rocks or stuff in there, and they'll eat into.
You ever hear that
brake.
when you're riding?
Oh yeah,
You're
dude.
like,
They'll
oh,
dig into your
yeah.
rotor and your pads and destroy them. So just got to take them out, check them, and you can just sand them back down and stuff. That usually works. So.
Yeah.
But definitely, yeah.
Oh, it was
Probably
it was
clean 'em.
it was the Waco race. I
Oh,
did
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
dude, that was a fun. It's like a
Was
mini
it?
enduro, but it was fun, dude. It was some
I think
steep.
Seth's doing another one there. He
Yeah.
said, but I think they're adding lines.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I
there
think
were some
they're
other
adding
lines that. There were some other lines that I know of there that they showed me.
Yeah.
Some guy named Dave.
Okay.
He showed me, and they look fucking
Yeah.
fun. I was surprised because I don't know why. Like you think of Waco, and I'm just like, there's no probably like, it's all flat.
there
I
ain't
don't know
shit
in my
there.
head. But dude, this place it was really fun, and I mean, of course, you do 2 runs per one.
Yeah.
I was pretty smoked afterwards, and. Anyways, but it was a fun race. So if you got time to do that one, that was a fun one to do.
Yeah, that's what Seth thought probably do
yeah.
this next one.
But yeah, so that one I couldn't brake. My rear brake, I was just like,
dude.
It was so sketchy.
All
dude.
front brake.
Yeah, pre-race, I was just like fucking doing endos. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I got to swap out my front my pad on there.
Dude, honestly, I mean, that's you. I would say you want to use your front brake more, just depending on where you're riding,
right?
Because
I've been using it a lot more now.
Because the rear, like, that's where you're gonna break traction. You know what I mean? You can slide if you squeeze it too hard or anything. Like, you can feather it, but like you're feathering both. That's usually how I do it.
Yeah, that's how I do it now too. And like I was talking about Magura, it's like the first brake pad this year when we were doing all the way down.
Yeah,
I hit a drop not a drop, but after you pass all the drops, it's the pedally part, and then you hit a real fast part.
Yeah.
And there's like a small drop.
Okay.
And then it's a sharp turn.
The turn.
Yeah. Dude, I hit my front brake and I almost went over the bars, dude. I was like, I mean, I saved it and stuff, but still, I was like,
oh, yeah.
That's
dude,
where
I got to get redemption there at Flat Rock.
Me too.
Dude. So bad.
I went
2 years in a row. Like,
what's
bad.
that? Oh.
Just bad. I did bad.
And that's the difference, right? Like, again, going back to Texas riding for folks that are listening and not from here,
yeah,
and probably don't ever want to travel here because it's like, oh, ain't shit in Texas. Like, dude, there's some sketchy, like, definitely chunky lines that, I mean, maybe the descents aren't as long, but it's so loose. It's so, especially in the wet. Yeah, it's a different style of riding.
Yeah, if you want something that would like keep you on your toes, this is a place.
Yeah, it would definitely give you the pucker effect on some of the turns, especially the flat, loose, shell rock turns.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, last time we did a ride there. I think I did a ride with TDTP. I think I invited a bunch of people, but we did that, and we did a Black Sheep.
Okay.
And before I was struggling to clear the last one, I did it during the race. I cleared it pretty good, right?
The last tabletop at the bottom? That's a big one.
Yeah. So this time we went, and dude, I cleared it like nothing. I oversent it. Dude, I was
Did you go over the berm after it? You know that berm to the right when you land?
After the last tabletop?
Yeah.
There's
no berm no more?
I don't think there's a berm. Shit. Yeah, I mean, there's a small one, but I can see how you could go over it.
Dude, I did that on the race. Yeah. Like, I launched
during the race. I did.
Yeah, and when I went up on it, I went to the left.
Yeah, there's like
and
trees.
I was like, holy shit! And I landed behind the berm. Spectators were right there, and then I like went behind the berm to get the turn because the finish line was right there. I don't know how I saved that shit. Yeah, that was crazy. I got it all on the GoPros. Crazy, dude.
Yeah,
like, holy shit.
I know, dude. I got so much footage, dude. I haven't even like. I don't know, because I see it, I'm like, that's not really that good. You know what I mean? In my mind.
Me too. But the thing, like, I do that and I keep it. Like, dude, my phone is loaded with stuff. Like,
I know, my phone's almost.
I was talking to John Casillo, right? And I was telling him, I was like, because he'll just post the stuff and he deletes it. Like, because he still has all his memory on it. So I'm like, dude, I don't have that much memory. He's all like, why don't you just delete it? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm the same way, dude. Like, my computer
like,
right
dude,
here got so much stuff.
So I got to get that, like how he's doing it. I'm like, you know what? I already posted it. If I want to see it again, I could go back like on my social media or whatever and find it. But, I'm bad at deleting stuff.
So if you have the GoPro, like you pay the subscription, like $5 a month, you can upload it all there.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately. Like with all these recent trips, I've been uploading it to the cloud and stuff. So now I can just go in there and it's all there.
Although, be careful, because I thought I uploaded everything to the cloud, and then I went back in recently, and it was gone.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if one time because my phone was maxed out.
Yeah.
Because if you load it to the app, it's that like saves to your phone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I did that the wrong way or it uploaded the wrong way, or I don't know what happened. But I was trying to clear it and delete it.
I think that the app like updated now, and now you can like upload anything that's on your phone.
Really?
If they have like this thing, it's called Mural. So like whatever's on your phone, even if it's a picture, you can upload it to the GoPro app through Mural, and then you can put it to the cloud there. You can even share the link or whatever. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But dude, I was having trouble with it because I just got this phone because my phone broke.
Oh, I know, mine's all
and I got it, so like they can back up everything else, but your apps are gone. So I was like trying to remember what apps I had because my screen was shattered. I couldn't see nothing on my old one. And I was like, damn, what did I have? So I'm like downloading one by one. And I remembered, oh shit, the GoPro app.
Yeah.
So I downloaded it and I couldn't get the account to come up. I'm like, dude, I lost all my stuff. Like, no, shit. But I finally got it. Actually, today I was like, damn, thank God I got
So you still have it?
Yeah, I got all that footage back.
Nice.
I just was, I don't know if I have 2 accounts or what. It was kind of weird. Because I did log into one, but nothing came up.
Right.
So I had to log back out, find out which one it was, and it all popped up. I was like, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's all there.
Yeah. So I mean that's a whole different beast, and yeah, that's something I kind of got away from doing, like the mountain biking videos on my YouTube channel. I mean, I'm probably sure you saw that, but it's just like time consuming. I enjoy doing it, but not at the pace where you have to be successful at it.
Yeah.
Where you're doing like one a week and stuff like that. I'm more like, I like to let things just kind of come to me, and I just kind of do it as well. Hey, it turned off. I didn't pay the light bill.
Nope.
Need to put in a new battery.
Is this working?
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, man. So what's up?
Hey, we're
what's
back.
up? Yeah, we're back. Oh shit. the alien. So what's next for you, man? What do you got? Like, are you planning to do all the Team Trail Party races, or?
The last one will be Angel Fire. So I'll be back in Angel Fire October 1st. I'm excited for that.
Maybe I should try to make it.
I don't know how many races, because I think there was 6 of them or 5. I don't know. Like you have to do for the overalls. I got to talk to Jeremiah about that, because this will be my 3rd one out of the whole series. I don't know if they do an overall or what, but that'd be pretty cool. Because I got first at Windrock, first at Pajarito, and hopefully I kill it in Angel Fire.
Yeah.
I'll be riding it blind again. Well, at least most of it. I don't know what race lines they have or what, but yeah, so I got that coming up. The Texas Enduro Cup, that's also a trail party. I want to try and freaking kill it there, because I'm gonna push myself. I've been pushing myself like crazy, like this whole year, last year, whatever, trying to get better, faster. But I want to push myself to try and race expert. But dude, those guys are fast. Like, even seeing times now, like I'm still pretty far behind. Either they got faster or what. Like, you know, everybody's progressing, but I don't know. But there's a whole bunch of new categories too. There's like for the older guys, like 35 and up, masters or expert. So maybe go into that. But I do want to push myself, and I'm enjoying like the podiums and stuff. Like, that's cool and all, but like, you're not gonna get nowhere if you just stay there. You know, I want to give other people below me a chance also. Like,
right.
But I like being in there right now, because I get a lot of people trying to push me out. Like, that's just how it is with racing. Like, call you sandbag or whatever. But I'm not that far. Like, they're not that far behind me. So I tell them, like, hey, dude, like, catch me. Like, I want you to catch me, and then that way I'll get out. You know.
That's just strange too. Like, I've heard it go both ways.
Yeah,
I've heard it where people are like calling some people sandbaggers, and on the other side is like, "Hey, what are you doing up there?
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
You're not even that fast." I'm like, "What you on? Like,
yeah,
make up
which
your mind.
one is it?
Yeah, which one is it?
Exactly, dude. So
I've even heard of people that, like, when I've heard of people catching shit for, like, you know, coaching other people because they're not trail builders.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, there's a
it's
lot
strange,
of different stuff
like,
that you see.
And that's not even something that I was even aware of until I heard that. I was like, what?
Yeah,
like it's weird.
Yep.
Yeah. So I
man, I got that coming up. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know what else after that. I don't know sets. I don't know how many races he's doing. I know, like I said, he's doing that Waco one, another one there.
That would be a fun one to go.
The Camp Eagle and stuff again. I'm always down for Camp Eagle. A lot of people hate that place.
Dude, I love that
but
place.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's just my style of riding. Like, I love the technical, like, crazy stuff, like, and just like the challenge. Like, it's crazy.
That's why I like OP so much.
Yeah, OP's good. Yeah, that's why I broke my ass there. I was like, dude, on the dumbest thing. It's a new line that they're doing there, and
is it the dyed?
No, not the, what do they call it? Die rock or
dead rock?
Yeah,
right?
Shit like that.
I've seen. Before they put that line there. Whoever did it, like I saw, I would be riding through there. I would look at it, and I'd be like, That would be a fucking cool line.
Yeah.
So it looks like somebody else has the same eyes.
Oh, I've seen Kyle do it when it was raw.
Oh yeah,
he did it.
I thought about doing it too, but
I saw him and I was like, should I do it? I was like, nah, I'm good.
Well,
I'll let him have
yeah, because the exit too, there was like nothing.
Yeah,
there.
there's nothing.
Yeah, well now there
nothing.
is. Now
dude, he came down that and rocks were following him down. There was this boulder coming down. It was me, him, John, and somebody else. Well, John was down there filming.
Right.
And that boulder came straight down, dude, and hit him on his ankle, like, big. Yeah, he was like, oh, shit. I was like, dude.
That's another thing, too, like, Texas, that, like, I don't think people realize. Like, you're riding, and you'll just have a fucking rock get kicked up and hit your end of shin, dude.
Everywhere, dude. Hit your bike, like, destroy shit.
I hate that noise.
Yeah,
like,
dude. I was like, oh, that shit's expensive.
Yeah. Just keep going.
Yeah, dude, like, nope. Just worry about it later.
Yeah, we'll look after the race. I don't want to look right
dude,
now.
Like, shit. Yeah, these rocks are no joke, man. It's crazy.
Like when I broke my spoke, and I remember when I did it in Colorado, I heard like a loud pop. Yeah, and I was like, I thought a rock hit because it's in Texas. I was like, maybe a rock hit it. And then when we got back, I was going to wash my bike, and I fucking look at my rear wheel. I'm like, oh no. And then I didn't have the tools. I didn't have an extra spoke. So I took it in, and one of the shops was like, we'll get it to you like Saturday. And it was like Tuesday.
Damn.
I was like, man.
That's crazy.
So I called around, found a shop, and they got it to me the next day by noon, but I couldn't fucking ride anyway.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I mean, going back to racing, like I plan to do like the Texas Enduro Cup. Try to do all those. And just kind of see how I do, and it's like, I really enjoy racing, and which is strange about it, because when I first started racing, I remember seeing videos on YouTube and people were like, why I stopped racing?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, they weren't able to escape that mindset of like trying to race other people.
Yeah.
Because I fell in that trap too.
It is. Yeah.
I fell in that trap.
That's exactly what I think it is. Like, I just, like I was saying, like from earlier, like, I just think they lose having fun and worry more about competing against the other people instead,
Because the time's the time. It
yeah,
doesn't matter.
exactly. Everybody's racing against time. Like, that's what it is. So, like, I think you just need to see it as like progression for yourself, because it's still progression. Like, you're doing that stuff and you're going to get faster, or you're going to learn lines. You're going to learn how to like take a line faster. Like a lot of stuff. Like, I've learned that a lot. Because when I first started, like, dude, like, I won't tell nobody my secrets. No, no, but like, like on turns and stuff, like, dude, I tell this to everybody, so I'm just playing about that.
All right,
but
click record.
Yeah, like I try to make everything as straight as possible, because that's what I've seen. Like, I've seen it in videos. I've seen pro riders do that. Like,
and people that don't know, within enduro, you could do that within a certain distance.
Yeah, dude, I've seen people just fly. So, for instance, when I was in Colorado doing the trestle downhill, it was funny because we were coming up on that line, first time running it. We're coming in like mid-section. There's a split off. I get up to that split section, and I see Joshua. Joshua Magura, the young kid?
Yeah,
and
hurt
Garrison.
right now, right?
Yeah, I think so. And Garrison. I see them and they're like, what the hell, dude? Like, you're here in Colorado. I was like, holy shit. Like, what are y'all doing here? Well, they were there for like the whole month for summer or whatever. And they were going to do the race. They're like, oh, just no question. Follow us down. I was like, all right, whatever. Let's go. Dude, those kids rip, dude. Like,
they do.
They rip.
They
but
do,
like,
man.
Seeing it, I was just like, dude, I was with them for like a few seconds and then they were just gone. And then like, when I get up to the section, I'm like, how the fuck did they get through here so fast? Like, dude, this is crazy. So I was like, all day from there on, dude, we just rode together. It was fucking cool as shit. Yeah. Like, I've never rode with them like that. And just seeing how they rode in their lines. And I was like, dude, this is bad. It made me better. Like, guarantee it made me better just following. So that's why I like to like have people even follow me. They're like, oh, do you mind? I was like, dude, follow me. Right. Just stay on me. I won't even go as if I am. Just tell me. Like, I'll slow down. I don't care. Right. And yeah, dude, I've done it with a lot of people. Like,
no, you did it with me too.
Yeah, Spider. It's cool, man. I like it a lot. Like I said, I like to help people and just make them progress, get faster if they want that. or just learn how to like ride that trail like better, you know. That's all. So it's cool.
Yeah,
that was a cool experience, like following those kids.
Dude,
I was
they're
like,
fast.
damn, dude, crazy. Even like on the jump line, I followed them on the jump line, Rainmaker at Trestle, and dude, like these guys are just like jumping from right and just slapping on the left, and I was like, let me try it. Sure enough, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. And that's what's interesting too. Like when you follow somebody else, like they see the trail different.
Yeah.
And you're able to kind of just, I don't know, either have more fun or just see things that you didn't see before. And that's another thing too, like being aware enough to, you know, learn from somebody younger than you.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't willing to do that.
They're not. They're like, dude, they're just a kid. You don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Like, no, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, those kids, like that's one thing I learned, like, well, when I was in the military is there's a lot of times that, like, we did so many different things, at least within my career field, like so many different things in communications that I couldn't fucking know everything. And even if I book smart, like even if I did know like the literature on it, like or like the concept of how to do something, I don't have the experience. I've never touched the equipment because not every base has those specific pieces of equipment or the same mission. So sometimes I would deploy and there would be I would have to be like, you know what, I don't fucking know. You know, teach me how to use this piece of equipment because we don't have it at my base, or you know whatever. Even if I outrank them. Yeah. And I noticed that there were some people that would tell me like, you shouldn't do that. You should just like pretend, pretty much fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Because then they won't want to follow you. Like if something happens, I'm like, well, if I need to use this fucking piece of equipment and somebody goes down or whatever, then like I'm gonna be SOL because I'm trying to fake it till I make it. It's
like, fucked.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's kind of, you know, helped me in a lot of different facets, especially when it comes to mountain biking. Like learn how to be a student. You know?
Yeah, because that could even like it can go both ways. Like how he was saying, like then they're not gonna respect. Like if anything, they can show you more respect because you're like, wow, this guy's like a higher rank, but he hasn't been hands on, and he's like giving me that you know, position to do it or whatever. Like that's probably like that's something to like look up to. I think, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do too, because it's like shows like
I mean, obviously it won't be everybody, but
right. And then it's strange too because when I got to a different base, I won't say the base I was at, but some bases, it wasn't just that base. Yeah. But there's a culture within everything, right? And in the civilian culture, in the sense of GS or WG or what have you, not everyone, but there are those, and I'm pretty sure it's in the industry as well, but they'll hold on to the information. They won't give you the information. Even if you ask for it, they'll just hold on to it because it makes they feel like it makes, I think it makes, I don't want to speak for them, but I assume that they think it makes them more valuable. Yeah. Like they need me to have this so that way I'm not as expendable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but either way, I'm all about learning and teaching people what I have or what I know, which is not a lot.
Same here, man. Same.
But yeah, man. I look forward to racing with you, and hopefully, I mean, I'm not say hopefully, I'm gonna stay healthier this year. I've learned quite a bit, and yeah, man. I need to dial my bike in. I'm still kind of getting. I just got settled into those mag pads and stuff like that. A little heavy. I think I need to switch out the spindle because it's a little sticky. But
have you tried re-greasing them?
No, I should probably
do that because I did the same.
Yeah, because
they got noisy actually. Like
really,
where you can spin them and it's like making this ugly noise.
Yeah,
so it's like, oh shit. But you can take them apart real easy and pull them out, re-grease them, pack it.
So one thing I did learn was I heard it like squeaking a lot. Okay, and you know the magnet. Yeah, the little Allen thing in there was working its way loose.
Oh, and you told me about that.
Yeah, I was riding and I just fucking looked down and it was stuck on it.
Yeah, you told me about that.
But yeah, I mean, I've kind of got settled and those help out a lot. Especially like in the chunk and stuff like that.
For sure.
But yeah, man. So shredding steez, man. You still doing apparel for that?
No.
I mean, I know it's a lot, dude.
not recently. I haven't. I've actually been working on something just in my head on the computer and stuff. But dude, I'm no graphic designer. It's hard. Like that shit is hard.
Dude, creating in general is hard.
Dude, it's
to be
tough.
original.
Yeah,
because it's easy to bite on somebody else's shit.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't want to do. Like, so I'm just like, damn. Like, what can I do? But just to be different or stand out. But yeah, I just started it, man. It was just like pretty much. I don't know. It was just like a hobby, I guess, or like something like to get out. Like at first, I was like thinking mountain bike, like just mountain bike apparel or whatever. But I was like, hold on, and then like I was thinking of names, and it popped up, and I was like, holy shit! And I wrote it down. I was like, that sounds pretty cool. Like, let me write that down. I wrote it down. John actually helped me with this. He got like the whole font and stuff. This is all John. Like he made it, and so he helped me out with that, and then I just took it and I made these shirts, and I was like, all right. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, it's not only like about mountain biking, like you can shred a lot of shit, like skateboarding, BMX, like whatever, or any action sports you do, anything. So I was like, I'll just leave it at that. Like it won't just be about that. But I mean, obviously the main thing was because that's how it started. But yeah, I did that, and then I did a couple other shirts, and then I started kind of venturing out on my own. Like I got a machine. I started, but I like to put out more quality stuff, and I just didn't feel like that was. So I stopped it. I was like, you know what? It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of time.
Go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, dude. I was like, you know what? That's what I'm trying to do now. Go back to it because I don't want it to die out. Like I think it's something that I got there. Like that would be cool. Like to put out for the community or whatever. Or like I said, any action sports in general. But I don't know, dude. It's like something you like 110%. Like gotta be for sure.
Because I mean, essentially, like it's a business.
Yeah,
and like
like that's pretty much what it'll come out to. Like I didn't put it out there as that because
no, I know what you're saying, but I mean,
but it will eventually be that.
And that's kind of like my thing. Like I've done a lot of different things, and I enjoy doing all these things, but it's just like really. Like where that's kind of like I talked about the YouTube videos, like making mountain biking videos. Yeah, like I was doing it, but I was like, it's not really as fun anymore because in order to be successful, and I'm not saying I don't like it's quality, right? I want to put out a better product, and with that product, it takes time, and it takes time to sit down and put out like what I really want to do. But I also want to race. I also want to do this to spend time with my family and. So it's like trying to balance all those things out.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Just trying to, but at the same time, I'm still continuing to do that. And one of the things I enjoy doing is this podcast, which is why it's still, I'm still trying to. So I'm trying to take that effort and move it over and try to do like one a week at least, and that's attainable for me. And I've gotten to the point where I can push out the content, and it's also like investing into this equipment to get a better sound quality and stuff like that.
For sure.
But it costs money though.
It does.
Time and everything else,
man.
But with that, dude, I mean, I appreciate you coming on, and if you definitely want to come back in the future and talk about anything else, we can talk about some other subjects, kick around, and just talk about some wild shit, whether it be movies or.
I'm down.
Fucking anything, dude. I talk about just about anything and everything, but it's just, man. Just see how open-minded we are and just like to have fun and talk about shit, you know what I mean? But
gotta let it out, man. It's cool. It's good conversation.
It's good fun, dude. It's good fun.
But this was cool, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah,
finally made it out. I know it had been a while, but life.
Yeah, man. Life happens, dude.
But we got it. We got it done.
Yeah, and I don't force, like, that's one thing I learned is not to force anything. Yeah, you know what I mean? For sure. And it's not in the sense of, it's just like, you know what, I'm float this idea out there, and when it happens, it happens. If it's not meant to happen, it's not meant to happen.
It'll happen when the time is right. So that's what happened. Yeah, it worked out.
So where can people find you?
Instagram. I'm pretty much on Instagram. I do Gino Get Shreddy _MTB.
Gino Get Shreddy?
Yeah,
G-E-T?
all one word.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Gino Gets with an S, Shreddy, and then underscore MTB.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm usually on there. I also have a page for the brand Shredding Steez. On there, I just share a lot of people's stuff, like no matter beginner to advanced riders.
Right.
Like I like to share everybody's shit. So like if it's even not even just biking, it can be whatever. So yeah, just if they follow or whatever and just tag, and I'll share it. Even if they don't, like I share people who don't even tag, so I don't care. Like if I like it, or if I think like, hey, that's some real shit, like they're learning, or if it's a goal they had, like I'll share it. I love sharing that stuff. So
nice.
So yep, just those two, and in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas.
Catch me live.
Catch me live in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's cool. Well, thanks again for coming on. And hey, go check him out on Instagram. Check out Shredding Steez or Gino Gets Shreddy.
That's right.
Yeah, check him out. He's got some cool content. Damn good rider. Definitely learning a lot from him. And yeah, man, just look forward to racing with you, having a good time out there.
Hell yeah.
Especially like, let's see what we do this year, man. I think get a few years under my belt, and I'm pretty confident with some of the places I've ridden and stuff. Yeah. So see how it translates. I don't know, man. Texas is a different beast. But all right, thanks again for listening. Check us out on YouTube. Obviously, you're watching this on YouTube. Check us out we're on Spotify, Pandora, every streaming app. You can just search Crash and Chug. We're going to try to keep this content coming to you guys, and just try to keep it mixed up. I like to talk about anything and everything. And that's with my guests too. I like this, the diversity of guests, and just talk about different subjects, mountain biking, archery, whatever. Is just going to kind of keep it going. So if you like random conversations, this is the place. If you like the same thing all the time, then this probably ain't the place. No. But appreciate your subjects. I appreciate you watching, and yeah, talk to you later.
Peace out, everybody.
Making moves like a lobby, and if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts. I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact. 'Cause I'm my own worst enemy, only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny.